Ryan Solomon, the Ivory Connection here, folks. We're talking Lucy, Ivory, Ultra Ivory. Everybody always wants to know, what's the difference? What's the difference in my Lucy and my Ultra and my Ivory? What's healthy? What's not healthy? What am I looking at? So, when we're looking here, the basic visual difference is, this is your leucistic. You do not see a lot of these out there that are doing very well. I'm really working toward making my own line of leucistic reticulated pythons that are good and thriving. We're not quite there yet. We had some success last year, but we're working on strengthening that line still. This is one of our really healthy offspring though. And coming down here next to it, you can tell the difference in your leucistic versus your Ultra Ivory. Huge difference here. Leucistic, totally patternless, totally pigmentless, just a white, almost so white that it's pink and you can see like the veins in its body, it's white. It's just insanity white. Deep, deep black, cold, charcoal black eyes, and this one's in shed, so they got a little bluish hue today, but they're typically very, very deep, coal black eyes, versus your Ultra Ivory here. You can see high yellow contrast, lots of pigment, lots of random black flake, and this is an ultra golden child, so there's a little more going on, but you still get the point that, you know, there's a lot more pigment here. It retains some of this pattern that's in there as well. You'll get some striping a lot of times on those animals, a lot of black peppering all throughout their entire body there. Whereas this is the tail end of an Ivory here. Now Ivory is basically the Ultra minus almost all of that black pigment. You might get a couple random black flakes here on an Ultra, but really it's high yellow, high white. They tend to have some white patches around on their head as well. I can't fish his head out. It's like way deep down in my shirt right now. But this is really the visual differences in these animals. The Ivory is the cleanest, the purest of the whites. The Lucy is the cleanest and the purest of the whites. Your Ivory is kind of the next tone level up, where it's high yellows but not a whole lot of other pigment. And then your Ultra here contains a ton of pigment, lots of black flake and peppering all throughout the head and body as well. Now, genetically, these all come from platinum. Platinum to platinum could make any of this. It's about where your platinum came from and the original lineage of that platinum's bloodline, what you hit here. So the deal is basically the super form to each platinum is going to make one of these three. If you're dealing with original stuff that is Ultra Maker to an Ultra Maker is going to make all Ultra stuff. A Lucy Maker to a Lucy Maker is going to make all Lucy stuff. Ivory Maker to Ivory Maker will make all Ivories. But then you get a little complex. If I run an Ultra Maker to an Ivory Maker, if I run an Ultra Maker to an Ivory Maker, I get all Ultras. If I run an Ultra Maker to a Lucy Maker, I get all Ivories. So there's a little bit of complexity to this for sure. Typically, the way that we think of things, your Ultra is probably the healthiest animal. The more pigment, those animals just seem to thrive a little better. They want to start out on food a little better. They really do well. They don't have any of the known digestive issues that you kind of are tied and coincide with some of the other combinations. Your Ivories tend to be pretty healthy and pretty hardy as well. Albino Ivory has kind of been known in the past to be a weaker complex. My albino Ultras and all my albino Ultra combos, though, have thrived and have done wonderful. So I don't see any issues with albino Ultra. I haven't made any albino Ivory myself just because I've been kind of avoiding the digestive issues and the negativity that have kind of come with that combination. Eventually I'll back it and I'll try it out with some Motley or some Sunfire in there too, where I can feel a little safer about it. Your leucistic, most of these guys do not make it. Most of the time, you Lucy Maker to Lucy Maker, they're going to have severe digestive issues. They'll thrive for about the first 6-8 months, and then they just are going to not want to digest. They're going to crash on you. They're not going to thrive and do well. There is Robert Avino, has his Lemon Glow line that's in the States here. That's supposed to be a little more solid line. I know he kind of backs those animals. If you get one that's not doing or thriving or whatever, he's going to make right with you with one that will at least. So that's cool that is at least out there. I'm working on a line myself. I'm not going to give you all my secrets to my trades, but I'm working on strengthening this lineage, and I'm about 3 years out from hopefully making a really nice solid line of Lucy's that'll thrive. We'll see. There's a little bit of trial and error there, and we'll just have to see how this project finally pans out. But with the animals that I produced last year, it confirmed some of my theories definitely, and I think I'm moving in the right direction to making a whole lot more of these animals that are healthy and thrive. That's Ivories, Lucy's, and Ultras. Everybody wants to know about them all the time. There you go. Ryan Sullivan, the Ivory Connection. Y'all be sure and subscribe. Thank you.
Ivory Connection.